When working with high-energy UV light, we have to protect our eyes with safety goggles. Now the question is, can I just take any of these? And not quite. If you want to find out more, stick around and we'll check it out. When it comes to choosing the right safety goggles, we first have to take a closer look at the optical spectrum. In the middle we have the visible light. This goes from roughly 400 to 800 nanometer. We all know this. On the top end we have the infrared light. This is commonly used for fiber optics, for example 1300 nanometers. And on the bottom end we have the UV light. At HUBER+SUHNER we often use UV light to cure our adhesives. It is important to know there's not one type of safety goggles that covers the whole spectrum or the whole range. So you have to choose the right goggles for your application. For example, these are for visible light, these are suitable for infrared, and these are used for UV light. It is important to know as well that even if these goggles are suitable for infrared light, this is a very large spectrum. So we really have to choose the right ones. And the question is, how do we know which are the right ones? This is quite easy, because this is mentioned on the goggles itself. So here's a label showing the wavelength window and the attenuation. If we're coming back to the UV light, it could come into our mind, we already have these sunglasses. They are UV protected, it's written on the glasses. Couldn't I just use these ones? No, this is not possible, because they are not qualified for this high energy UV light. And on the other hand, they are really tiny. So this means if you take on these safety goggles, you could see they are even covering from the sides. And so our eyes are completely protected. So you could say, oh, everything's fine, I have the right goggles, just go for it. No, there's some more information, especially in the UV light, in contrary to the infrared light, and I will show you this down in the clean room. Now we are here in the clean room, and we have prepared an experimenting setup. In the back you can see a UV light source. The UV light is guided here to this measurement head, and the measurement head is a special measurement tool. It more or less emulates the absorbance of our skin. Here on the display you can see the energy which is on the detector. We know from infrared lasers we can burn ourselves and hurt our skin thermally. This is quite similar, at first glance at least, with UV light. We know this from sunburn, yeah? It's burning our skin. But there's a second effect with UV light. It not only burns our skins or hurts them thermally, but it also modifies or changes the cells. And this eventually, like with sunburn, can cause cancer. That's the reason why we have to protect our workers and ourselves from UV light. And to make sure everything's fine, we're using such a measurement setup. So at first glance, let's check if we go directly with the UV light on the detector. And as you can see, we have several kilowatts per square meter, which is really a lot. At first glance, let's put in our safety goggles, and what you can see, the value is dropping immediately to 0. This means these safety goggles would really protect our eyes. But as mentioned before, we have our skin. It's our largest organ, and at first glance you would say, oh, perhaps it's enough to just take these gloves over my hand. And if we test this, you can see the value is reduced dramatically, but we still have several watts per square meter, which is a problem if you are exposed to this on a regular basis. Something similar applies to clothing. So this coat, you could imagine, oh, it's no problem, my complete skin is covered, nothing can happen. But that's not really the case. If I put it here on the detector, and as you can see, we still have 1 or 2 kilowatts per square meter. So this means the fact that our skin is covered does not automatically mean we are really protected. The most efficient way is to just avoid any exposure of your skin to UV light. This is not always possible. And if this is not the case, please make sure that you cover your skin with the right material. And that's the reason why we are measuring such materials to qualify them. I hope you learned something today. If so, please leave a comment and see you in one of the next videos. Bye bye!